got the expression for array factor, okay, like this, and then finally, so how to get the array factor? Just keep on vectorially phasor, you add it, add an angle of phi to every previous this thing expression for electric field. You just keep on adding phase difference of psi. So final array factor is like this. Psi here psi is equal to 0. Psi is equal to 0 plus psi. Okay, sorry, phase is 0 here. Psi, 2 psi, and so on. You got this. So after that, we got this. So if you shift the phase center, you can get from this, you can get this. I told you how to shift the phase center. Half of the array you push it down, half of the array, and make the midpoint of the array as z is equal to 0. Then this vanishes, and this goes off. Okay, or this part goes off. If you make half the z-axis, this part will go off. So array factor is sin n psi by 2 by sin psi by 2. Any questions still here? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Then for small angle of psi, sin psi by 2 will be equal to psi by 2. So that this thing approximation has been done here. So there are two patterns, two array factor equations for the n element array. One is this is the exact, this is approximate. Okay, this is assuming that psi is small, so sin psi by 2 will be psi by 2. Okay, so this is the exact and this is the approximate. Many times we are going to use this only because it's easy to do it, find different parameters. So we are going with this, although this is the exact this thing, array factor. Okay, so then we normalize it. So normalize it means you have to find when it is maximum. I said when psi is equal to 0, the array factor is maximum because all this electric fields will be in the z along the line, same line. Psi is equal to 0, and so you get 1 plus 1 plus 1 like that up to n. So n. So the maximum value of array factor is n. So normalize this, you divide by the maximum, 1 by n, sin n psi by 2 by sin psi by 2. So if psi is close to 0, it is this. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
And psi is equal to kd cos theta plus beta. D is the difference between the distance between the elements. Theta you know, and beta is the progressive phase shift between the elements. So this is what is written normalized array factor. So nulls. So how do we get nulls? Nulls is got by making this numerator 0. So n psi by 2, sin n psi by 2 is 0. Now when does that happen? When n psi by 2 is equal to plus or minus n pi. N is 1, 2, 3. N should not be 0 or capital N or capital 2n. What will happen when if small n is equal to 0 or capital N or 2n? It will be 0 by 0 form. If n is equal to 0 or capital N or 2n, you can see it will be 0 by 0 form. So n can be 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, but n cannot be 0 or n or 2n or something like that. Any questions on this? So if this condition is there, then it will be 0 by 0 form. So you will get maximum value. Okay. So if you take this, if you expand a psi, then it is n by 2 kd cos theta n plus beta is equal to plus or minus 5. So theta m is equal to cos inverse of this. K is equal to 2 pi by lambda. K is equal to 2 pi by lambda. Any questions still here?
No, sir.
Okay. Array maxima. When do you get maxima? When the denominator is 0. When the denominator is 0. So for this one, maxima is only at psi is equal to 0. Maxima for sin x by x curve, you know, sin x by x curve. So this is n sin n psi by 2 by n psi by 2. So there is only one maxima, psi is equal to 0. Okay, psi is equal to 0, there is one maximum. Here, there can be multiple maximas for this. Okay, when does this maxima occurs? When the denominator is 0, sin psi by 2 is 0, that is sin inverse 0 is equal to m pi, or m is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, so psi is equal to 2m pi, so psi m is equal to this one. Okay, sorry, theta m is equal to this one, theta maximum. Okay, so why do we find this? To find the direction of the main lobe, that is this, you find this. So m equal to 0, theta m is equal to this expression. So can I go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
See, sin x by x, amplitude part, just the magnitude part if you plot, it will be like this. If it is not magnitude, then it will be like this. Like this. Okay. This is what is shown is the magnitude. So here you have maxima. So here we have nulls. Here we have secondary maximas, minor lobe maximas. Here major lobe maximas for sin x, major lobe maxima. These are minor lobe maximas. Okay. So here we have 0 nulls, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi and so on. Any questions? This is for the second equation of array factor, sin x by x. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. For the main maximum occurs at psi is equal to 0. Other main maxima, so this is the array factor again he has given here. So this is the normalized array factor. For the main maxima occurs when psi by 2 is equal to 0 or psi is equal to 0. We know that. Other main maxima occurs when psi by 2 is equal to plus or minus m pi. This is only for this. This is only for the first array factor equation. Okay, for this. So so m equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay. That is only for this equation. For this, there is only one maxima at psi is equal to 0. So array factor, then half power point. How do you find a half power point? See, we know that AFN has a value of maximum value of 1. AFN, because when you divide array factor by its maximum value, the maximum value becomes 1. So that is so if you equate this gives the normalized array factor. Normalized array factor. If you equate this to 0.707, you will get the half power point, half power angle, where at which angle the power reduces to half. So so if you substitute this, you solve this equation, you get n psi by 2 is plus or minus 1.391. Okay. So you substitute that n psi by 2 is equal to plus or minus. So you get theta h, the half power point, as this. So this can be nearly equal to this. Okay, same. So this can be nearly equal to this. Okay. Can I go to the next slide? Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So secondary maximas. When do you get the secondary maxima? When the numerator is equal to plus or minus 1. Sorry, when the numerator is equal to plus or minus 1. Okay. When does this happen? When sine n psi by 2 is equal to plus or minus 1. The numerator part, sine n psi by 2 is equal to plus or minus 1. So that is plus or minus 2s plus 1. S is equal to 1, 2, 3. It cannot be 0. S cannot be 0 because that will make the this thing 0. S cannot be 0. It should be 1, 2, 3 like that. So you have this. So get theta S, minor lobe maxima, secondary maximas. You get this expression. So S is equal to 1. You get the first side lobe maxima. First side lobe maxima, you get this. S is equal to 1. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. So what is the first side lobe level? How much down it is compared to the main maxima? First side lobe maxima, how much down it is compared to the main maxima is? So you see here, when you put S is equal to 1, you get this. So 0.212, it is minus 13.46 dB below the maxima. Maxima is at 1. Maxima is at area factor equal to 1. Normalized area factor equal to 1. So this question you may be asked to prove this in the exam. In the exam you will be asked a question, show that the first side lobe level is minus 13.46 dB down compared to the main lobe maxima. First side lobe maxima is this is a very important question being asked again and again. So you know how to get this. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will come to special areas we are like broadside array. We have this array. The main beam is having theta m is equal to 90 degrees. Theta maximum is equal to 90 degrees. Then we have ordinary end fire array. Theta m is equal to 0 degrees or 180 degrees, or both. Theta is equal to 0 degrees or 180 degrees. So these two types of areas will be going through. Theta m is equal to 0, theta m is equal to 90 degrees. They are called broadside array. So it is see if the array is like this, broadside is this one. So you have the maxima like this. So that is called broadside array, and this when it is in the axis, along the axis of the array, maxima is along the axis of the array, then it is called end fire array. End of the array. Okay. So we will not be studying this phase and these two types, 3 and 4 we are not going to study. So when do you get theta is a broadside array, theta is equal to 90 degrees. So what is the condition? KD cos theta plus beta, theta is equal to, so you know where maxima occurs when psi is equal to 0. Maxima occurs when psi is equal to 0. So you get beta is equal to 0. Now we should avoid d is equal to n lambda, because why? If d is equal to n lambda, you get maxima also at theta is equal to 90 degrees, 0 degrees as well as 180 degrees. So we should avoid this, avoid d is equal to n lambda. You can substitute and see beta is equal to 0. If you substitute d is equal to n lambda, then at theta is equal to 0 degrees as well as 180 degrees, you get maxima. So we should not have this condition. So this should be satisfied, beta is equal to 0 should be satisfied, and d should not be equal to n lambda. this is how the pattern looks like broadside array. D is equal to lambda by 4 and n is equal to 10. N is the number of elements. Hello? Yeah? Who's speaking? Just I am taking the class now. I'll call you later. Okay. 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 So this is D is equal to L. This is equal to lambda by 4. N is equal to 10. Okay. So broadside array, end fire array. See here, D is equal to lambda. The condition is violated. Okay, so you will have maxima even at 0 degrees as well as 180 degrees. D is equal to lambda. D is equal to n lambda should be avoided. You have seen that, no? D is equal to n lambda. That should be not be there. Okay. No grating lobes if D is equal to grating. What is grating lobe? Grating lobe means this. Sorry, these are the grating lobes. Unwanted direction we have maximas. No, those are called grating lobes. Now grating lobes can be avoided if D is less than lambda. Grating lobes will come if D is will be more than lambda. D is more than lambda. So 10 element uniform amplitude, this is just for if you want to, you can go through the later on. N is equal to 10 broadside array. Okay. So he has given different different D, the distance he has varied and shown the plot. Okay. Sorry. Okay. How do we get nulls? Okay. We have derived this expression for nulls in the previous, just before this discussion. Before coming to broadside array, we had discussed theta n, nulls of a n element array. Now here, nulls of broadside array, what we have to do is we have to substitute beta is equal to 0 and get the expression. Nulls of broadside array, in the general expression, we have to substitute beta is equal to 0 and get this expression. N can be equal to 1, 2, 3, and small n cannot be equal to capital N, 2, so on. Any questions on this?
Sir.
Okay, maxima, you get like this. Maxima. Okay. And theta h, half power point. This is also, you substitute beta is equal to 0. How do you get maxima? In that expression, if you substitute beta is equal to 0, you get this maxima. Half power points. See, half power points is like this. This expression, and minor lobe maxima, you get this expression. You have to substitute beta is equal to 0. Okay, you have to substitute beta is equal to 0. Next. So first null beam width, FNBW. How do you get first null beam width? Pi by 2 is the direction of maxima. So this is the null. Into 2, you will get first null beam width. This is capital theta n. Okay, capital theta n. First null beam width. Pi by 2 is the direction of maxima. Direction of null minus direction of null into 2. First null, direction of first null. Okay, direction of first null. Pi by 2 minus direction into 2. Half power beam width. How do we get? Pi by 2 minus the half power angle into 2. Okay, into 2. And first side lobe beam width, theta s. How do you get? Pi by 2, first side lobe beam width. I hope you understand. First side lobe beam width. So it is not the beam width of the side lobe from one side lobe to another side lobe. That angle from one side lobe to another side lobe, because 2 into pi by 2 minus this gives the direction of side lobe. So if you multiply, you get the distance between two side lobes. Maximas of the two side lobes, adjacent side lobes. Okay, so that is this. Any questions?
Sir, why are we taking the assumption pi d by lambda is very much less than 1?
You have to go through the previous equations. From that we can, it is an approximation. So can I get back to you later on this? We have to go to the previous equation. In that you will understand pi d by. So if n is much large, can I get back to you later, bit later on this?
Okay, sir.
Or if not, I will clarify through chat. Okay. Yeah, if not, I will clarify through chat. I don't know whether I have the data here, but I think I have it. I will go through it a bit later and then let you know.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
If I don't clarify now, I will clarify through chat or I will send a message and I will clarify. Okay. So ordinary end fire array, maxima towards theta is equal to 0, and another is maxima towards theta is equal to 180 degrees. Hello? Hello, who is doing that? Please turn off your. Hello? Who is doing that? Please turn off whatever it is. So theta is equal to 0 degrees and 180 degrees. Theta is equal to 0 degrees, we get beta is equal to minus kd. Okay, and theta is equal to 180 degrees, we get beta is equal to plus kd. That is the condition. So you have n is equal to 10, d is equal to lambda by 4, beta is equal to pi by 2. This is an example he has given. Maximum and theta is equal to d, maximum at this is just with the n is equal to 10 and d is equal to lambda by 4. So if you see, this is the end fire array with theta is equal to 0. End fire array. The array is along this z axis. So the maxima is all along theta is equal to 0. So this is at theta is equal to 180 degrees. So this is the first side lobe. See, first side lobe beam width is between this and this angle, between this and this angle. Okay. So this is just a pattern. You can see this later. N is equal to 10, d is equal to lambda by 4. Okay. So if d is less than lambda by 2, you get theta is equal to 0 degrees or theta 180 degrees. If d is equal to lambda by 2, you get both at theta is equal to 0 and theta is equal to 180 degrees. This lambda by 2 end fire in one direction theta is and 180 degrees and maximum. Lambda by 2 is less than d is less than lambda. If d is equal to n lambda, theta is equal to 0 degrees and 180 degrees. So you get at 2 points. So and I think you get grading lobes for d is equal to n lambda. We'll see that later. So nulls. This is from the general expression. You substitute kd is equal to beta is equal to plus kd. Okay, beta is equal to plus kd. Maximas. You substitute beta is equal to plus kd, and here also. So any questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay. So here first null beam width. Okay, 2 into, there is no pi by 2 minus because it's at 0. The maxima is at 0. So pi by 2 minus is not there. 2 into cos inverse of this. Okay, have you got it? Pi by 2 minus something is not there.
Yes, sir.
Here also theta is half our beam width. 2 into cos inverse of something. And first lobe side lobe beam width. Okay. Okay, this one. 2 into cos inverse of this. Directivity, n element array. You know the general formula. 4 pi u max by p rad. U max by u naught. broadside array, end fire array, you 1 and 2 we have to see, and the third one is not required. So broadside array, D much less than lambda, array factor is equal to 1 by n for D much less. So this one, okay, yeah, this is the equation, array factor. So U of theta is array factor square because array factor is what? It's the electric field pattern. So power pattern is array factor square. Power pattern is array factor of A of theta, array factor of theta whole square. So you get like this, sin z by z. Okay. Okay. So this limits, you know this. Z is equal to n by 2 kd cos theta. So d naught is, if you do this integration, you get the answer as d naught u max by u naught as this. If you want, I will pass on this derivation to you. This is not shown in the slide. The integration of this is not shown in the slide. Okay, integration of this is not shown. So you get this thing as, so L length of the array n minus 1 into D. So this you know. So if you use L here, you get this equation gets converted to this form, and so if L is much greater than D, so you get this 4L by lambda. Do you want the derivation of that part? Integration of that? I don't know, I missed it. Here, I don't have the. Do you want the integration solution for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, sin x by x curve you have to integrate. So it's sin x by x whole square. Now the limits 0 to pi he has actually extended because sin x by x for large values of x, it will be almost close to 0. So he has extended the integration limits to infinity and then done the integration. So if I will pass on this to you, I don't have it, it's not there in the slide, but I have it in my notes. It is there in the textbook also. Unfortunately, he has not given in the PPT, but in the textbook it is there. You can go through. It is if you have difficulty, you tell me. I will send this derivation of this. Okay. So this is what is for ordinary end fire array. Now beta is different. So you get sin n by this thing. So this is for this thing sin x by x. Sin x by x form. You get this. So here again you have to do the integration. Array factor is square of u of theta is square of array factor of theta whole square. What is again, if you do the integration, you get this thing as like this. So 4L by lambda, you get L much greater. L is equal to n minus 1 into D and all those things, and 4L by lambda. So this is the expression for D naught for end fire array. So design procedure, broadside or end fire, what are the things we have to find out? Number of elements, spacing, design factors, number of elements, spacing between elements, excitation, amplitude and phase, half power, beam width, directivity, side lobe level. Any questions on? So actually one question was I have not answered, but I will share it with you later. Other than that, any other questions? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. Non-uniform areas. Now we'll see non-uniform areas. See here, non-uniform, there are two categories, even number of elements, odd number of elements. Okay. So even number means 2m. Half the is placed above the 0, z is equal to 0, and the spacing is uniform between two successive elements. The spacing is d. Between successive elements, the spacing is d. So you have see here, this is d by 2, then d. This is d by first element, d by 2 above the, so it is 2m, m on this side, 2m is the number of elements here. 2m is the number of elements. Okay. Here odd number of elements. So here 2m plus 1. 2m plus 1. So here so even number of elements. So you can see here deliberately he has put 2a1 in the center. He has put 2a1. Here is the even number, even elements. Everything is a1, a2 like that. Here 2a1, a2, a3, and there is a reason for making it 2a1 because it simply the equation will be very much similar to both the equations will be very much similar. If you put a1, then you have a different type of different equation. So it is easier if you use 2a1. So okay, 2a, what is this a1, a2, a3 and so on? These are the amplitudes of the current. Amplitude of the current, okay. A1, A2, A3 represents amplitude of the current in each of the elements. Now these are isotropic point sources. These are isotropic, but the current amplitude of the current is given by this A1, A2, A3 and so on. Okay, and for odd number, 2A1 is the amplitude of the current for the first element, the center element, this one. 2A1 is the current, and A2 is the current of this element, A3 is the current of this element. Again, A2 is the current of this element, A3 is this. Any questions on this slide? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Even means 2m. Okay, m is the 2m. So if he gives 10, you give 2m, then capital M will be 5, like that. So here 9, if he gives 2m plus 1 is equal to 9. So m is 4, like that. Okay. So array factor. See again here, he has e to the power of jkr is common to all of them. So it can be, and we don't have to consider this because that pattern of e to the power of jkr is a isotropic pattern, a circle pattern of e to the power of jkr. So because of the distance, this thing, separation of the elements, you get additional distance terms. Kd by 2 cos theta, 3 kd by 2 cos theta, 2m minus 1 to kd cos theta, and this is for 2m, array factor, that is even number of elements. And below this, below z is equal to 0, a1 minus j kd by 2 cos theta, like that. Because they have to travel in additional distance compared to, here they are reduced, phase lead is there, here phase lag is there, phase lag. You can see phase lag compared to e to the power of minus jkr. There is a phase lead here, phase lag here, and we take that lines are essentially parallel. We take that, so theta is same, the angle is same for all the lines. They take that lines as essentially parallel, angle is same. So you see, if you add these two terms, you get this. Okay. Any questions? This is array factor 2m. This is very important.
Got it, sir.
Okay. So after, see, you get a factor of 2 here. Then normalize it. You normalize it because normalizing will not change the shape of the pattern. Normalizing will not change the shape of the pattern. So n is equal to 1 to m. Okay, so this expression. So this is the final expression for even elements of uniform spacing, non-uniform amplitude. Non-uniform amplitude. An represents the amplitude of the elements. An represents the amplitude of the elements. It is uniform spacing, no progressive phase shift. Phase shift is same for all the elements. Phase shift. Okay, phase is same for all the elements. Beta is 0. There is no phase shift. Okay. It is actually array of even number of isotropic elements with the equidistant uniform spacing, non-uniform amplitude, and same phase. Array of even number of isotropic elements with the non-uniform amplitude, uniform spacing, and same phase. Okay, have you got it? Of isotropic sources.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have now even elements. Now odd elements 2m plus 1. See 2a1. Many people make this mistake. They write simply a1 and make do the mistake. So 2a1 into e raised to the power of minus jkr. This one into e raised to the power of minus jkr and so on. All this has e to the power of minus, but that is not shown because it is having a patterns of a isotropic source, point source. You can ignore that. So in addition to this, it's multiplied by e to the power of jkr and e to the power of j omega t. Both are not shown. Okay. So here, if you add them, you get like this. So because of this 2, you get a similar. You can just it will 2 will be common throughout because of adding this 2 will be common throughout because of adding 2. But don't make that mistake. You take the center element as 2a1, amplitude of the center element as 2a1. Okay. 2a1 is the amplitude. You don't take the amplitude as a1. Okay. 2a1. Very important. So this is the array factor for odd number of elements. Have you got it?
Yes, sir.
So normalize array factor. So it is let kd by cos theta is equal to u. Kd cos theta by 2 is equal to u. Okay. So even you have this, or you have this. This is very standard. You have to memorize this. You have to memorize this. You require this for some other this thing also. This is for non-uniform array. Non-uniform array. You know the condition. Non-uniform amplitude, equal spacing, same phase for all of them. Because beta is 0. Beta is 0. So have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next we'll see binomial array. See, binomial array. You write for binomial array. You decide first whether it's a odd element array, odd number of elements, or even number of elements. Okay. And write the general expression for odd element and even element. Okay. And what is next needed is to find the coefficients of the array. Coefficients of the array, that is coefficients a1, a2, a3. How do you find out? Now that is found out by using a binomial expansion. For example, there is one array. Just m equal to 1, one element. Now the coefficient is decided by the coefficients of this expansion. 1 by x is 1. So the element has amplitude 1. M equal to 2, 1 plus x to the power of 1. So 1 plus x. So the coefficients are 1 and 1. Okay. 1 and 1. M equal to 3. 1, 2x plus 1. So 1, 2 and 1. M equal to 4. 1 plus x to the power of 3. 1 plus 3x plus 3x squared plus x cubed. So 1, 3, 3, 1. Have you got it? M is the number of elements in the array. So what do you get by this? You get the coefficients of this a1, a2, a3. For example, this is a1. This is both are a1 for even number. This is 2a1. This is a2. This is a2. This is 2a1. This is a2, a2. This is a1 for this thing, one element. This is a1 and a1 for even number. Both are equal. This is for odd number, m equal to 3. 2a1 is 2, a2 is 1, and a3 is 1. And for m equal to 4, this is these two are a1, this is a2. Have you got it?
Yes, sir.
And you can expand this like this: m equal to 5, m equal to 6, so on. You have to, this is called Pascal's triangle. Okay. So here, so is Pascal's triangle. So here, 1 element, 2 element, 3 element, 4 element, 5 element, 6 element. 6 element, for 5 element, 2a1 is 6. For 5 element, this 5 element, 2a1 is 6, a2 is 4, a1 is 4, sorry, a2 is 4, 2a1 is 6, a2 is 4, and a3 is 1. For 6 element, a1 is 10, a2 is 5, a3 is 1. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Very easy. So expression for the array is same as what we derived for odd or even element array. Same expression, but the coefficients, yeah, that a1, a2, a3 and all are found out using this Pascal's triangle. How do we get this Pascal's triangle? Is by this expansion, expanding this. Okay. What is the advantage of this array? Okay, excitation coefficients. Now he has derived for 10 elements. 10 elements. So a1, a2, a3, a4, 5, a1, a2, a3, a4, 5. See here, 10 elements. So you have to memorize this. You have to memorize this, or if you can derive the coefficients by the equation, then it's fine. Otherwise, you have to memorize this. So, no side lobes. See, advantage is no side lobe for this binomial array. No side lobe at all. Only main lobe and back lobe. For d less than lambda by 2. For no side lobe, select d is equal to less than lambda. For no grating lobe, select d is less than lambda. Grating lobes means you get maxima also in some other direction other than the 0 direction. 90-degree direction. Other than the 90-degree, you get maximas in other direction. When do you get that grating lobe? Select d. If you don't want to get the grating lobes, select d less than lambda. Okay. Can I go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
So this is n equal to 10, so you don't have to bother broadside binomial array. So we don't have to. Now comes Dolch-Chebyshev array. Okay. See, we are going to straight away look into the design of this Dolch-Chebyshev array. Straight away going to look into the design of the Dolch-Chebyshev array. Basically, it will be an odd element array or even element array. You know how to find the array factor for odd element array, even element array. You follow the same guidelines. For finding a1, a2, a3, a4, and so on, I'll give some set of rules, design rules. You note down that and solve the problem. Okay, you don't have to do anything other than, there is no theoretical. Now here we can set the advantage here is you can set the ratio of the main lobe maxima to side lobe maxima, first side lobe maxima. You can set the difference. Okay, you can set the difference between the main lobe maxima and secondary maxima. Okay. So there are some advantages. For example, binomial array, there is no side lobes. You can have only main lobes. Dolch-Chebyshev array, the side lobes, you may have a narrower beam width, something like that. I have not I have not gone through that. I think there are some parameters. One is relating to beam width. Another is related to side lobes. Another one is below the side lobe level. Here you can Dolch-Chebyshev array. You can control the side lobe level. Okay, side lobes are unwanted. Main beam is the thing which is wanted. So we have to reduce the amount power in the side lobe. So side lobe level you can control. Okay. sorry, I am doing this in a hurry. I am not going much detail because there was not much of time here also for me to this thing get ready. Okay, so I'm just giving some important features. Then you can go through in detail from the textbook. You can go through this PPT. Mind what I tell you, you can understand. You can go through this PPT, and then if required, you can go through the textbook. So, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So I will give you the array factor equation, you know, whether it's same for any non-uniform array, whether you take binomial array or Dodge coefficient, the array factor equation you have derived, no, for odd elements and even elements, same array factor equation you have to use. I mean, you have to derive, you have to write. It is given in terms of u. There is a u pi d by lambda cos theta or something like that is given. No, what is that? Okay, we have seen that here. U is given. Oh, sorry, here. Here, u is what? Pi d by lambda cos theta. Yeah. 2u, 3u, and also you get like this. Okay. Okay, do you want to solve one problem in binomial array?
Yes, sir.
Please this thing, okay, which is not given. Can you all try a 5-element binomial array and tell me the coefficients? Write the expression. Do you want to do that? If you want to do that, do. Otherwise, I can go through the next topic. So 5-element binomial array, can you design? Try it out. Can you try it out or no? Do you want to try it out or no? If you want to try it out, I can give you time, 10 minutes. You can try it out. 5-element binomial array. Hello.
Sir, what exactly are you supposed to find?
You have to design a 5-element binomial array. For say spacing, I give d is equal to lambda by 4 and n is equal to 5. 5-element binomial. N is equal to 5. D is equal to lambda by 4. Design a 5-element binomial array.
So, sir, by design we mean we have to calculate the array factor.
First write the array factor equation. Derive the array factor equation. Actually, I may not solve I may just solve one problem and give the remaining problem solution. I will pass it on to you. Okay, is it okay through WhatsApp?
Okay, sir.
Now you could You get a feel of 5-element array, how to design?
Yes, sir. I'm
Five-
getting 2 into 3 plus 4 cos KD plus cos 2 KD cos theta.
you have got it, no? How to do it?
Yes, sir. But like this is just the array factor, sir. What should
Uh,
we design further?
See, for example, if you get 2a1 plus 3a2 plus 4a1, you can divide by 2 throughout. You can make normalize one step of normalization you can do. 2 if you have 2a1 plus 3a2 plus 4a1, a3, you can divide by 2 throughout. So a1 plus 1.5, a2 plus 2a3 like that. So that is, you have to do that actually, because it should be, so I've got it, that one, normalizing, one step of normalizing.
Yes, sir. That is also done. And D is equal to lambda by 4 also substituted.
Yeah, so then you can plot it for different values of theta. So, okay, that's how you do it. Okay, next we'll come to Chebyshev array. See, it's not very, I didn't find it very convenient here to teach from this slide. So I will give a set of rules. Okay, broadside array, see here, broadside array beta is equal to 0, Chebyshev array, design procedure, number of elements you decide, 2m or 2m plus 1, and side lobe level, dB, he will give you, he may give it as a number or he may give it as a dB. He may give it as a number and he may give it as a dB. Amplitude for to find amplitude coefficients an, spacing d. Spacing we will usually give in the problem. You only need to find out the amplitude coefficients and the array factor equation. You need to find out array factor equation and amplitude coefficients you have to find out. Side lobe level, he may give it as, say, if he gives us 10, that means the ratio of the maxima to secondary maxima is 10. So what is 10 in dB? 10 in dB is
Sir, it's 20 dB.
minus 20. Minus 20. Side lobe level will be always lower than the, side lobe level will be always lower than the, so if he gives plus 20, then you take, see, always side lobe level will be minus 20. He may give side lobe level is minus 20 dB down, or he may give side lobe level 20 dB. You have to understand that the max, it is the side lobe level is always lower than compared to the main main lobe, side lobe level, main lobe maxima. Side lobe maxima is always lower compared to the main lobe maxima. So whether he gives us 20 dB or he gives us a ratio as 10, you have to understand what is it. Ratio, he may give the ratio also. He may not give in dB. He may not give in dB. Okay, he may give the ratio. Then also you will be able to understand. Basically, D also will be given in the problem. You need to find the array factor equation and an. Okay, an. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will tell you the design procedure. First, you have to find out R. See, how do we, R in ratio, R ratio is given by this, R naught in dB, relation. See, 20 log R naught is equal to R naught in dB. So all of you have got to how to find out R naught value. This is VR means voltage ratio. Voltage ratio is equal to 10 into R naught in dB by 20, or R naught in dB is 20 log R naught ratio, voltage ratio. So have you got this?
Yes, sir.
So one step is to find out this. He may give this one or he may give this one. So you should know how to find out. It should be always understood that it is voltage ratio. Voltage ratio. So 20 log has to be used, not 10 log. Okay, that is one step in the design. Next, to calculate P, there is a parameter P required, P. Okay, P is 1 less than the number of elements. So, n minus 1. Have you understood? P, small p is 1 less than the number of elements. First one is to find out this, second one is this. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
And there is another parameter called Z0. Okay, Z0. So Z0 is found out by this equation or this equation. We are all using this equation. So you can use this equation, Z0. I'm not going to details of Z0. This we are not going. We are just going to see how to design. Not we are unfortunately we are not understanding much from this, but because these are empirical formulas. The empirical formulas, we are not going to study that. So you have to find out Z0, and Z0 is given by this. This is voltage ratio, R0 voltage ratio, not dB value, not dB value. So you find Z0. Is it understood? These three steps.
Yes, sir.
And in binomial array, small m is what? Binomial array, small m. Binomial array, small m is what? Binomial small array is m is the number of elements in the array. Okay. Here P is n minus capital N minus 1. Z0 is given by this. Okay. Next I will tell you. Next, array factor. See, array factor, for example, alternate to find the array factor you design. You know how to design this array factor. This equation, you know how to get this. Okay. Now I'll tell you. You know, I'll tell you something. Okay, can you note down? Can you note down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, design Dolch-Chebyshev array design. Problem statement. Problem statement. Design a Dolch-Chebyshev array. Design. Problem statement. Design a Dolch-Chebyshev array of 2 capital M, that is even 2 capital M, or 2 capital M plus 1, that is odd elements with spacing D between the elements. With the spacing D between the elements. Full stop. The side lobes are not in dB. Lobes are not in dB. Below the maximum side lobe level, side lobe is R0 dB below the maximum of the major lobe. Below the maximum of the major lobe. Below the maximum of the major lobe. Find the excitation coefficients. Find excitation coefficients and form the array factor. Find the excitation coefficients and form the array factor. Have you noted down?
Sir, what is the ratio of side lobe?
R0 in dB. R0 in dB. I am just giving the procedure now. How to solve this problem accordingly.
Okay.
So this is the data given. Data given is this. Find the excitation coefficient and form the array factor. This is what is required. Now procedure. Note down 1. Procedure 1. First step. Select the appropriate array factor, even or odd. Select the appropriate array factor, even or odd. Okay.
Yes, sir.
First step. Second step. Expand the array factor. Full stop. Expand the array factor. Replace each cos mu function by its appropriate series expansion. Replace each cos mu, small mu function by its appropriate series expansion. So you see here, array. Hello sir, ಹೇಳಿ. ಹೇಳಿ sir. ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಉಮಾನಾಥ್ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ? ಸೊ ಹೌದಾ ಸರ್, ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಏನಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಹೀಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅವರು. ನೀವು ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ. ಹೇಳಿ, ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ? ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಸರ್. ಹಲೋ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ಅದೇ ಶೀಲ್ಡ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಶೀಲ್ಡ್ ನಾನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದಾ ಲ್ಯಾಬಿಗೆ 1 o'clock? ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರಬೇಕಾ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಸರಿ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ. ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Okay, see here. So you know how to derive this expression AF of 10. You know how to derive this, right? You know how to derive this.
Yes, sir.
And the second point says expand the array, replace each cos mu function by its appropriate series expansion. That is cos 3u, you have to express in terms of cos u. Cos 5u, you have to express in terms of cos u, and so on. How do we do that? See, there is a already given table. It is given in the book, textbook. But if you want, I will give it to you now. Can you note down? I can give it to you now. Can you note down?
Yes, sir.
See, m equal to 0, cos mu, you can note down. M equal to 0, that is m is small m is 1 less than the number of elements in the zero, the elements in the array. Small m is 1 less than the number of elements. So cos mu, first m equal to 0, cos mu is equal to cos 0 is equal to 1. Okay, have you noted down? Hello?
Yes, sir.
M equal to 1, cos mu is equal to cos u. M equal to 1, cos mu is equal to cos u. Okay, m equal to 2, small m equal to 2, cos 2u is equal to 2 cos squared u minus 1. Cos 2u is equal to 2 cos squared u minus 1. M equal to 2. Cos 2u is equal to 2 cos squared u minus 1. M equal to 3, it is given here. See, I am highlighting here. M equal to 3. Cos 3u, note down that. M equal to 3. M equal to 4. Cos 4u is 8 cos to the power of 4u. M equal to 4. Cos 4u is equal to 8 cos to the power of 4u minus 8 cos squared u plus 1. 8 cos to the power of 4u minus 8 cos squared u plus 1. M equal to 4. Have you noted down?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. M equal to 5. You note down this. M equal to 5. Here it is highlighted. M equal to 5. Okay. M equal to 6. M equal to 5. Have you noted down?
Yes, sir.
M equal to 6. Cos 6u is equal to 32 cos to the power of 6u. 32 cos to the power of 6u minus 48 cos to the power of 4u minus 48 cos to the power of 4u plus 18 cos squared u 18 cos squared u minus 1, that is for m equal to 6. M equal to 7 is given by this. M equal to 7. M equal to 8, you note down. M equal to 8. M equal to 8. M equal to 8. Cos 8u is equal to 128 cos to the power of 8u 128 cos to the power of 8u minus 256 cos to the power of 6u minus 256 cos to the power of 6u plus 160 cos to the power of 4u 160 cos to the power of 4u minus 32 cos squared u plus 1.
Sir, is it 116 or 160? The coefficient of cos to the power 4u. Sir?
Cos to the power of 4u for m equal to 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is it
160?
160? Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. And cos to the power of 9u, you note down from here. Cos to the power of 9u, it's given here. Okay, next step. Third, find Z0. Third step, find Z0 from R0. The equation was given to you. Okay, have you found out? Okay, find, written down. Third point, find Z0. Hello?
Yes, sir.
You know how to find out Z0. I have given the equation last slide or something, somewhere. Okay. Should I show that slide? See here, Z0, you note down this. Find Z0 using this equation. And find, you should know how to find out this. R0 voltage ratio, not in dB here. In dB, if it is given, you have to do like this. Have you noted down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next fourth point. Substitute cos u is equal to Z by Z0. Substitute cos u is equal to z by z naught. In the array factor, substitute expansion. Substitute cos u is equal to substitute cos u Hello, have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, fifth step. Equate the array factor to an appropriate Chebyshev polynomial. T m of z, T small m of z, T suffix small m of z. M is an integer. Substitute cos u is equal to z plus z naught in the array factor. Equate the array factor to the appropriate Chebyshev polynomial Tm of z. Right.
Yes, sir.
Equate the array factor to an appropriate Chebyshev polynomial Tm of z. Equate the array factor. Equate the array factor. Equate the array factor to an appropriate Chebyshev polynomial Tm of z. M, small m is an integer equal to 1 less than the total number of elements of the designed array. Small m is an integer. Small m is an integer. Total number of elements of the design array. Next, sixth step, write the array factor using the coefficients in step 5. Write the array factor using the coefficients in the previous step, array factor. See, how will you get Chebyshev polynomial? See here, m equal to 0 is T naught of z is equal to 1. M equal to 0, Tm of z is equal to T naught of z is equal to 1. M equal to 1 is equal to T1 of z is equal to z. How do you get that from the same expansion? Cos u expansion is there, no? How do you get Chebyshev polynomial? M equal to 0, you get cos 0 is equal to 1, that is T naught of z. M equal to 1, you get cos u. That is equal to z is equal to T1 of z. M equal to 2, you get cos 2u. Cos 2u expansion, you know. I told you cos 2u expansion. 2 cos squared u minus 1. Now that is equal to 2z square minus 1 is equal to T2 of z. M equal to 3 cos 3u. cos 3u we have written 4 cos cubed u minus 3 cos u is equal to 4z cubed minus 3z is equal to 3 t3 of z. Okay. See, we will solve one problem. We'll solve one problem now. That will be make yourself very clear. Okay, are you ready to solve one problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will give the problem. See, specifications. Design element side lobe level minus 26 dB. Find out this. You please try to do independently. This is very important. Please try to do independently. First, n equal to 10 elements. So it is even. Derive the expression for array factor. Derive the expression for array factor first. Derive the even number of elements. That is 2 capital M is equal to 10. Capital M equal to 5. Okay, have you got it? Shall I give the answer? A of 10, array factor of 10 is equal to A1 cos u plus A2 cos 3u plus A3 cos 5u plus A4 cos 7u plus A5 cos 9u. Have you got it? Array factor of 10 is equal to A1 cos u plus A2 cos 3u plus A3 cos 5u plus A4 cos 7u plus A5 cos 9u. Have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Then expand that cos 3u, cos 5u, cos 7u and cos u in terms of cos u. I have given the expansion for cos 3u, 5u, 7u and 9u. So you convert in terms of cos u and write the answer. Voltage ratio is 20. P is equal to 10 minus 1, 9. Find Z naught. Z naught is given by this. Okay. Done?
Yes, sir.
See here. Okay, he has directly given the answer. Wait. Okay, now very lengthy this thing, so I'm then so you have got A1 cos u plus A2 into 4 cos cubed u minus 3 cos u. Have you got it? Array factor of 10 is A1 cos u plus A2 bracket open 4 cos cubed u minus 3 cos u plus A3 bracket open 16 cos to the power of 5u minus 20 cos cubed u plus 5 cos u bracket close plus A4 into bracket open 64 cos to the power of 7u plus 100 minus 112 into cos to the power of 5u plus 56 into cos cubed u minus 7 cos u bracket close plus a to the power of a5 into 256 cos to the power of 9u minus 550, 576 cos to the power of 7u plus 432 cos to the power of 5u minus 120 into cos cube du plus 9 cos u. Have you got this, all of you?
Sir, whatever is the coefficient of Z1 for just Z in this expansion, that will be equal to A1.
No, I'll tell you. Replace, replace cos u by z by z naught and simplify. You got this thing, no, z by z naught. Then you compare. Okay, have you written?
Yes, sir.
Next, this one second. Then write this expansion T9 of Z. Compare this and this. You have replaced cos u with z by z naught. You compare this and this. Then find the coefficient. See, in this expansion, you have a1, a2, a3, and unknowns. Cos u we replace by z naught. Okay. And you equate this with this. Hello, have you got it?
Sir, we can do all the computation for the left hand side where cos 3u, cos 5u, and all we have.
Yeah.
How are we going to find the Chebyshev polynomial?
Yeah. See, Chebyshev polynomial is given here. See, if AF of 10 is T9 of Z.
Sir, in the exam, if they ask for 5 elements, they will give T4 of Z in the question.
Yes, you have to find T4 of Z. Here it is 10, no. You have to find out that T9 of Z or T4 of Z. How do you find out what is m? Small T9 9 is m, small m. So I have given you the expansion of cos m 9u. I have given you the expansion of cos 9u. See here. It is nothing but this. See here.
Okay, I got it, sir.
And in this cos u replace by z naught, and then compare coefficients of z, equal coefficients of z. For example, if you get z9 here, you compare the coefficient, equate the coefficients of equal powers of z. Do you get it? Compare the coefficients of equal powers of z, and then get the value of a1, a2, a3, a5. Have you got it? So I don't think I have it a solution. I have it here. See here, you are getting. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Chebyshev. Okay, shall I give one more simple problem? 3 elements only. 3 elements only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, take down this problem. So here the answer is like this, okay, for this problem. Answer is here, whatever I have given here. You can have this way or this way, whichever, either you can make the LSB as 1, least significant number as 1, or most significant number as 1. Any way you can do. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, see here, design a 3 element minus 40 dB. Note down, design a 3 element. Are you noting down?
Yes, sir.
Design a 3 element minus 40 dB side lobe level. Minus 40 dB side lobe level. Chebyshev array. Chebyshev array of isotropic sources placed symmetrically about z-axis. Find the excitation coefficient, array factor, and angles of nulls for d is equal to 3 lambda by 4. Find excitation coefficient, comma, array factor, and angles of nulls for d is equal to 3 lambda by 4. Have you noted down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First find out R naught. He has given 40 dB. Find out R naught ratio.
100.
100. Okay. Find P. What is small p?
2, sir.
4. How much? 2. Okay, 2. Good. Find Z naught. Z naught from R naught. Find out. Find Z naught. Hello. Find Z naught.
Yes, sir.
How much? 7.15. Hello, have you got 7.15? Hello. Hello, you got 7.15. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Got it.
7. Now write the array factor equation. So AF m equal to number of n is equal to 3. So 2m plus 1. So 2m means m equal to 1. m equal to 1, capital M equal to 1. So write the array factor equation. N is equal to m plus 1, an cos, you write so it is a even number of elements. So write the equation. So what do you get?
We are asked for 3 elements, right?
Yeah, 3 elements. Capital M equal to 1, 2m plus 1. So 3 elements. N is equal to 1 to m plus 1, an. Hello. ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾ ಸರಿ ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಓಕೆ ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಓಕೆ Hello, have you understood the array factor equation?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, I'm getting 2 into a1 plus a2 cos u.
2 into a1 plus a2 cos u. 2 you ignore because normalizing, no. Normalize
Yes,
it. So a1 plus a2 cos 2u, right? Array factor is a1 plus a2 cos 2u, right? No. Hello.
Sir, we are taking the displacement as d, right?
Yeah, d as 3 lambda by 4. Now let us keep it aside. Now tell me what is the array factor equation? A1 plus A2 cos 2u are you getting? A1 plus A2 cos 2u.
Yes, sir.
Now cos 2u expand in terms of cos u. It is cos 2u is 2 cos squared u minus 1. Right, no?
Yes, sir.
So you get array factor equation as a1 minus a2 plus 2a2 cos squared u. a1 minus a2 plus 2a2 cos squared u.
Got it, sir.
Now replace cos u by z naught. You will get a1 minus a2 plus 2a2 z by z naught whole square. a1 minus a2 plus 2a2 z by z naught whole square. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Equate this to T2 of Z. 2 is m, small m, and m is 1 less than the number of elements of the array. T2 of Z. Equate the array factor equation to T2 of Z. So equate what we got previously to T2 of Z. T2 of Z is 2z square minus 1. 2z square minus 1. Two z square minus 1. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Got it, sir.
Okay. Now equal powers of equal coefficients of equal powers of z. That is a1 minus a2 is minus 1. a1 minus a2 is minus 1, and 2a2 by z naught square is equal to 2. Have you got it? A1 minus A2 is equal to minus 1. A1 minus A2 is equal to minus 1. And 2A2 by Z naught square is equal to 2. Hello, have you got it?
Yes, sir. So A2 is equal to Z naught square and A1 is equal to Z naught square plus 1.
So tell me, A1 is 49.48 and A2 is 50.48.
Yes, sir.
So array factor equation is 49.48 plus 50.48 cos 2u. Cos 2u, array factor equation. Is it okay? 49.48 plus 50.48 cos 2u.
Yes, sir.
Normalizing you divide by 2 by 50.48. So normalized area factor is area of n is 0.98 plus cos 2u. 0.98 plus cos 2u. Okay, have you got it?
Yes, sir.
So you are decided that strategy of a or three elements. Now to find the null, 2 cos 2u plus 0.98 is equal to 0. You find out 2 cos 2u plus 0.98 is equal to 0. Cos 2u plus 0.98 is equal to 0. Have you got it? So cos 2u is equal to minus 0.98. Cos 2 is minus 0.98. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
find 2u then. Find 2u and find theta. That is the answer. Find 2u and find theta.
Sir, we have to find the nulls and what else, sir?
Only null is asked. Find null. Have you done? D is you use D is equal to 3 lambda by 4. D is equal to 3 lambda by 4. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Theta, how much you get theta? Theta, how much you get? Hello? 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 Yuvraj Jain?
Sir, calculating, sir. Sir, how exactly did we normalize it? With what value did we divide?
50.48, no. It is not actually one step of normalization, it is not fully normalized. So dividing by 50.48, you get 0.98 plus cos 2u.
Yeah.
49.48 divided by 50.48. Hello, I've got it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get it.
Say that again, I didn't understand.
Sir, I'm not able to. Its cost is coming more than 1 in my solution.
So have you got this area, normalized area factor 0.98 plus cos 2u?
Sorry, sir.
Have you got the normalized area at 0.98 plus cos 2u? 0.98 plus cos 2u. Have you got it 49.48 plus 50.48 cos 2u?
Sir, I got values for A1 and A2, but after normalizing, I'm getting cost is more than 1.
See, have you got it? AFN is 0.98 plus cos 2u. 49.48 divided by 50.48 is 0.98.
Yes,
Have you got
sir.
it? So area factor is 0.98 plus cos 2u, right? 0.98 plus cos 2u is area factor.
But we have to also divide cost to u as well, right? You have to divide the whole thing.
No. You have to divide the 50.48 by 50.48 is 1, no. 50.48 divided by 54. So 0.98 plus cos 2u you have got. Are you getting it?
Sir, I made a mistake in my A1 and A2. It switched. That's the problem.
Okay, I will share the solution to you through WhatsApp.
Thank you, sir.
Other than that, have you any questions?
No, sir. Once normalizing is done, we can find u values and we can give where null is there.
You can find theta. If you know u, you can find theta. D is given. So answer is theta is equal to 51.38. No doubt. Theta is 51.38 degrees. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I am done with the syllabus. Any questions? Hello. Hello.
No, sir.
So do you want me to share any part of the notes? Do you want me to share any notes?
Sir, it will be helpful if you can, sir.
On what which part?
Notes for, yeah, I thought you were talking about this lecture because you gave us notes for this, right?
I didn't give notes for this chapter. Which topic you want notes?
Sir, mainly we want solve examples and numericals for practice, sir.
Okay, I will send it to you then. On this chapter alone. On this chapter alone. Okay?
Okay, sir.
I'll send it to your CR, okay? I will send it some numericals.
Yes, sir.
So other than theory part, you don't require any notes, no? Theory part.
Yes, sir. The PPT is enough and textbook is also there.
Okay. Thank you. So all the best. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll take attendance. So if you have any feedback for me, you let me know. You can send it through my message. Message me, or you can tell me now. Stop the recording. So I'll take attendance now. Attendance. Okay. Any questions? Fine. Shall I leave the meeting?
No question, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we will
Thank
meet
you, sir.
one if it is possible. Shortly. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.